Seneca once wrote, "The first step to wisdom is to know the right company to keep." In our quest for meaningful connection, the Stoics offer timeless insight on recognizing virtue, character, and compatibility in those we choose to share our lives with. Welcome to Stoic Compass. Today, we explore 7 essential qualities the Stoics would advise men to seek in a partner. Qualities that transcend the superficial and speak to the true nature of a fulfilling relationship. Before we begin, I'd appreciate if you take a moment to like this video and subscribe to Stoic Compass for more ancient wisdom applied to modern challenges. Now, let's discover the Stoic perspective on worthy partnership. Quality number 1, self-sufficiency. The first quality the Stoics would advise you to seek is self-sufficiency, what they called autarkia. For the Stoics, a person of virtue is one who has developed their own internal resources rather than depending on external validation for happiness. This remains profoundly relevant in romantic relationships today. Consider the difference between these two archetypes. The first woman enters a relationship seeking completion, constantly requiring reassurance, and placing the burden of her happiness on her partner. Her emotional state fluctuates wildly based on external attention. The second approaches partnership already whole, bringing her own developed character, interests, and internal stability. She enhances a relationship rather than depleting it, offering companionship without dependency. Epictetus taught that true freedom comes from distinguishing between what is in our control and what isn't. A self-sufficient partner understands this distinction intuitively, taking responsibility for her own emotional well-being while sharing joy rather than seeking fulfillment through another. Look for signs of this quality in daily life. Does she have her own pursuits that bring her satisfaction? Can she enjoy solitude as well as companionship? Does she maintain friendships and interests independent of romantic relationships? As Marcus Aurelius advised, be like the promontory against which the waves continually break, but it stands firm and tames the fury of the water around it. A self-sufficient partner stands firm in her own identity regardless of life circumstances. This quality ensures that your relationship will be built on mutual enhancement rather than codependency, a foundation of strength rather than need. Quality number 2, rationality. The second quality to seek is rationality, the capacity for clear, reasoned thinking that the Stoics viewed as humanity's greatest gift. In the Stoic worldview, our ability to reason separates us from other creatures and connects us to the divine. This capacity for rational thought enables us to navigate life's complexities with wisdom rather than reactivity. In relationships, a rational partner demonstrates several valuable traits. First, she can discuss difficult topics without resorting to emotional manipulation. When conflict arises, she engages with the issue rather than attacking character or deflecting responsibility. Second, she makes decisions based on principles and values rather than momentary emotions or external pressures. This steadiness provides stability even in turbulent circumstances. Third, she can distinguish between preferences and necessities, understanding what matters genuinely and what is merely temporary discomfort. As Seneca remarked, the greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which hangs upon tomorrow and loses today. A rational partner lives in the present reality rather than an imagined future or ruminated past. To identify this quality, observe how she handles disagreements. Does she listen to understand or merely to respond? Can she acknowledge valid points even when they challenge her position? Does she seek truth over victory in discussions? A relationship with a rational partner allows for growth through honest dialogue and shared wisdom, creating not just romantic attachment, but intellectual companionship that deepens with time. Quality number 3, justice and fairness. The third quality valued by Stoic philosophy is justice, a deep commitment to fairness, integrity, and ethical treatment of others. For the Stoics, justice wasn't merely an abstract ideal, but a practical virtue demonstrated through daily actions. Marcus Aurelius considered it one of the 4 cardinal virtues, writing that the just person does everything as if it were the right thing to do. In a relationship context, a partner with this quality approaches life with fundamental fairness and ethical consistency. She treats service workers with the same respect as she does executives. She acknowledges her mistakes without defensiveness. She keeps commitments even when inconvenient. And crucially, she applies the same standards to herself as she does to others. This quality manifests in subtle ways worth noting. Does she speak about others with respect, even in their absence? Does she take responsibility when she's wrong rather than blaming circumstances? Does she advocate for fairness even when it doesn't directly benefit her? The Stoics would caution against partners who demonstrate a transactional view of relationships. Those who constantly calculate what they're owed or keep score of favors. Instead, they would recommend someone who approaches relationships with generosity of spirit and a commitment to doing what's right regardless of personal advantage. As Epictetus observed, "Know ye not that a good man does nothing for appearance's sake, but for the sake of having done right?" This quality ensures a relationship built on mutual respect, ethical treatment, and shared values, creating trust that can withstand life's inevitable challenges. Quality number 4, emotional resilience. The fourth quality the Stoics would advise you to seek is emotional resilience, the capacity to face life's challenges without being overwhelmed by them. For the Stoics, resilience wasn't about suppressing emotions, but responding to them with wisdom. As Epictetus taught, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. A resilient partner doesn't escape difficulty. She navigates it with grace and fortitude. Consider how this quality manifests in relationships. When facing disappointment, does she catastrophize or find constructive paths forward? During conflict, can she express her feelings without becoming consumed by them? When plans change unexpectedly, does she adapt or collapse? Resilience doesn't mean never experiencing negative emotions. That would be inhuman. Rather, it means having the capacity to process those emotions without being defined by them. The Stoics distinguish between the initial emotional response, which is often involuntary, and the subsequent judgment about that emotion, which we can control. A resilient partner understands this distinction intuitively, allowing feelings to arise and pass without attaching unnecessary narratives to them. Seneca advised that we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. A resilient partner faces actual challenges directly rather than amplifying them through catastrophic thinking. This quality ensures that your relationship can withstand life's inevitable storms. Job changes, health challenges, family conflicts, financial pressures, with a shared capacity to bend without breaking. Look for someone who has demonstrated resilience in their own life journey, who has faced setbacks and emerged not bitter but wiser, carrying lessons rather than grudges from difficult experiences. Quality number 5, gratitude and appreciation. The fifth quality valued by Stoic philosophy is gratitude, a genuine appreciation for what is rather than constant craving for what isn't. The Stoics understood that dissatisfaction comes not from having too little, but from wanting too much. Marcus Aurelius practiced daily gratitude, writing, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." In relationships, a partner with this quality transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary through her perspective. She appreciates efforts without demanding perfection. She finds joy in simple shared moments rather than requiring elaborate gestures. She acknowledges growth and progress rather than fixating only on what's lacking. This isn't mere politeness, but a fundamental orientation toward life. The grateful partner sees abundance where others see scarcity, opportunity where others see obstacle, and blessing where others see burden. To identify this quality, notice whether she regularly expresses genuine appreciation. Does she acknowledge the positive more often than criticizing the negative? Does she compare her circumstances favorably to what she has rather than unfavorably to what others have? As Epictetus reminded his students, he is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. This perspective creates a relationship atmosphere of sufficiency rather than constant striving, contentment rather than perpetual discontent. A partner with genuine gratitude will strengthen your connection through appreciation of both the significant and ordinary aspects of shared life, creating a reservoir of goodwill that sustains the relationship through inevitable challenges. Quality number 6, philosophical outlook. The sixth quality to seek is a philosophical outlook, a willingness to examine life's deeper questions and pursue meaning beyond surface appearances. For the Stoics, philosophy wasn't an academic exercise, but a practical approach to living. They saw philosophy as medicine for the soul, a way to navigate life's complexities with wisdom rather than reactivity. A partner with a philosophical outlook brings several valuable dimensions to a relationship. First, she questions assumptions rather than accepting conventional thinking uncritically. She examines her own beliefs and remains open to refining them through experience and reflection. Second, she considers the ethical implications of choices rather than merely their immediate benefits. She weighs decisions against principles rather than just preferences. Third, she seeks growth through challenging experiences, viewing difficulties as opportunities for development rather than mere obstacles to happiness. As Seneca advised, as long as you live, keep learning how to live. A partner with a philosophical outlook embraces this continuous process of development, remaining curious about herself and the world around her. This quality manifests in everyday conversations and choices. Does she reflect on her experiences to extract meaning from them? Does she consider multiple perspectives when forming opinions? Does she engage with ideas that challenge her existing views? A relationship with a philosophically minded partner offers not just emotional connection, but intellectual companionship, a shared journey of growth where both individuals continually evolve in understanding and wisdom. Quality number 7, integrity of character. The seventh and perhaps most important quality the Stoics would advise you to seek is integrity. Consistency between words and actions, private and public behavior, proclaimed values, and actual choices. For the Stoics, virtue is not merely knowing what's right, but doing what's right, even when difficult or inconvenient. As Seneca wrote, our actions should match our words. A partner with integrity demonstrates several essential traits. She keeps promises, even small ones, recognizing that reliability in minor matters builds trust for major ones. She maintains the same core values across different social contexts, rather than adapting her entire personality to gain approval. She speaks truth even when silence would be easier, but does so with consideration rather than cruelty. Most importantly, she holds herself to the same standards she expects of others, avoiding the hypocrisy of demanding what she doesn't deliver. Epictetus taught his students to focus first on living philosophy before discussing it. Don't explain your philosophy. Embody it. A partner with integrity embodies her values rather than merely proclaiming them. To identify this quality, observe consistency across time and situations. Are her actions aligned with her stated values? Does her behavior remain consistent when no one is watching? Does she acknowledge her own mistakes honestly? A relationship with a partner of integrity provides psychological safety, the confidence that you're connecting with someone's authentic self rather than a carefully constructed facade. This foundation of trust allows for vulnerability, growth, and true intimacy that deepens over time. These 7 qualities, self-sufficiency, rationality, justice, emotional resilience, gratitude, philosophical outlook, and integrity, form the Stoic framework for recognizing a worthy partner. Notice that these qualities transcend the superficial attributes often emphasized in modern dating advice. The Stoics would caution against prioritizing appearance, status, or wealth, transient externals that neither guarantee happiness nor withstand time's passage. Instead, they direct our attention to character, the enduring internal qualities that reveal a person's true nature and compatibility for lasting connection. As Marcus Aurelius advised, Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Similarly, waste no more time theorizing about the ideal partner. Recognize these qualities when you encounter them and cultivate them within yourself. Remember that according to Stoic philosophy, we attract what we embody. By developing these 7 qualities in your own character, you win.